Whether they are verbal, psychological, physical, or a combination of those things, abusive relationships will affect 1 in 3 girls, 1 in 4 women, 1 in 7 boys or men. They can affect anyone, and they are happening everywhere.
These abusive relationships do not stop at any zip code or municipal line, at any level of affluence or education, at any age or race or religion or culture. We see them in virtually every segment of society, including some of the most beautiful, expensive neighborhoods. And I can tell you those stats that I just articulated in some zip codes are even higher.
In the last year and a half, there were 16 domestic violence homicides in Erie County alone.
We have never seen numbers like that before. It's critical that people in the community understand the big red flags. It's preventable.
The Family Justice Center's mission is to provide a sanctuary, along with information and free resources with the help of a number of partner agencies to help people safely break the cycle and escape abuse.
So the advocates are now doubled and tripled. We need the space for more client living rooms.
CEO Mary Murphy says knowing the warning signs and being able to spot them early is vital for everyone, particularly because from the outside, it can all seem like a fairy tale.
Every one of these relationships starts out right out of the best romance novel ever penned. Nobody falls in love with a monster. These are incredible, loving romances right from the start, but they tend to go from 0 to 1,000 miles an hour, and that perpetrator is doing everything in his or her power very early on to start isolating that victim. So friends and family and colleagues are in the perfect position to see that. And if you're seeing that, that's a big red flag.
Murphy says the dozens of survivors who now work with the Family Justice Center often report not identifying as victims of domestic violence when they were with their abusers. Instead, they would call their relationships difficult or rocky, a roller coaster. Battling shame, embarrassment, confusion, and fear, most victims blame themselves for the abuse and will go back an average of 7 or 8 times before breaking free.
And it takes a traumatized person who thinks they're at fault 7 to 8 attempts to realize the monster is the real person and that angel is the fake, and you are never, ever, ever, ever going to change that fact.
Is there a common thread there of the survivors who have sought help and been able to get out of their relationships? Is there a common thread? Was it because someone spoke to them? Was it themselves finally saying something happening, this is the time to go?
That's such a good question, Kate, because in every single case, it was somebody close to the victim who said, okay, we need to do something here. I'm worried about your safety. We need some help. You need to get some help.
The Family Justice Center website is full of information and even video guides about how to have that very difficult conversation, what to say, more importantly, what not to say. Despite the concerning statistics, help is available for all of us to make home a safer and happier place for everyone.
The key is the people surrounding the victims. Your gut is telling you something is up. Trust your gut, something's up, and doing nothing is not an option.
The Family Justice Center serves more than 2,500 clients each year throughout their 4 locations. Besides learning more about preventing abuse, there are also other ways that you can help. One of the easiest is just going online. Go to fjcsafe.org. Under the About tab is a wish list, and there's a whole list of items they can use, from office supplies and furniture to cosmetics and even snacks. They even have the list on Amazon to make donating even easier. You can also contact the Family Justice Center at 716-558-7233.